What's up, guys? How's everybody doing? What's up, Starlians? So I have Al Capone here. I know, right? He's been with me for the past 3 hours. Had a lot of messages for me, a lot of messages for my family, um, and messages for you guys. So, kind of what is needed. Here he goes talking. So, he is a perfect example of how the Matrix demonizes those that don't serve it. So what he was able to do was create an entire economy, market, housing. He's saying housing market, and societal living. He said he's saying societal living within the restrictions and the limitations of the program. So it's basically like he built a world for himself and his family and his family, okay, in the world. So he built a world inside a world. This is kind of key to how we're moving forward now. We have to kind of think about things in regards to does this serve the world I am building for myself? Because the world you are building for yourself, your life, and how you're building it going forward, how you are moving through these energies, how you are implementing change for yourself and for your loved ones and your family is not, he's saying it's not parallel to the world and the reality that is now. It's only yours. And yours with the Holy Father. Yours, he's saying with the Holy Father, with his finger like that, with the divine. People, we're all taught about people like him in school and how they were horrible people, because they did all these quote unquote bad things, right? But in actuality, they figured out how to live by the laws of the universe rather than the law of man. That's why they were demonized. Yeah, they killed people and stuff like that, but even that whole right and wrong in regards to keeping things clear, he's saying keeping things clear and clean. Everybody knows what they get. It's not under the surface, it's not under the covers, it's true. So he's saying in regards to how he lived his life, he was true to how he knew he had to live his life in the confines of the Matrix program, in building a world within itself, a world within a world. And that's what mafia, he's saying that's what mafia mentality, not mob mentality, they're different. Mafia mentality is this connection to what your perspective world entails, what it commits to, how it deals with within the confines of the program. So this is like a he's been talking to me a whole lot over the past couple hours, and to be honest, it's at first I was like, I'm sitting there, right, and I'm like watching a show, and because I was like vegging out today, and he starts to, and I start to hear Alphonse. And I was like, Alfonso? And they're like, no, Alphonse. And then as soon as I like opened myself up, he started talking, and he has a lot to say. He had a lot to say about the program, and the program being our physical reality, what we consider to be living in life, and it's not, it's slavery. To really live in within the confines of the program means that you really don't adhere to its laws. I'm not saying you go out and steal a bunch of shit. I'm just saying, like, the mentality behind it is we make our own rules for the betterment of a society within a society, the betterment of a community within a community. A lot of people are going to try and tell you that you have to align with a certain perspective or a certain ideology in regards to spiritualism, in regards to um, Buddhism, or, it's really important to be Zen all the time. Like, all of that kind of stuff is really to get you off of the fact that you're creating your own world within a world. So this is the conversation we're going to have, Starlians, about you creating your world within the world, because the world isn't a real it's a concept, and it only really has to do with those who adhere and align to the concept that it wants you to align to, if that makes sense. It's like the teacher told you that this is the answer, but you know that that's not really the answer. But because the teacher told you it's the answer, you believe the teacher over yourself. You did the math, you got a different answer. What's your answer? How are you doing your math? How are you building your reality within the world? So this is this feels very important. This feels very it feels like a very big time where we can really utilize all of the arrows to figure out how we're feeling about this world we're building, and then also implement the change, take the action steps to build that world that we decided on. We made the choice to live from a new space. We made a choice to align with a new template of life, right? So this next step in the ascension process is really in regards to that. It's really in regards to, like, what have you chosen your world to be? What have you implemented in your life that's already changed your perspective of the world now? So that being said, we're going to pull some cards and see what comes out. He's saying more things. Hold on. To honor your family, you must first honor yourself and your choices in family. To honor the family, you must first honor yourself and your choices in the family. So this is, he's showing me like a rabbit family. So this is the rabbits again. This is like what's good for you in your household, what's good for you in your family system, what's good for you and the family you want to choose, the family you get to choose. Because now we're at the point where the external family system, right, the last name, doesn't really match the family we know we hold inside, the community we know we're choosing internally. So part of it is that family hasn't shown up yet. So we have to really center in and hone in on the choice of what that family looks like, the choice of what we're committing to. What does it look like 6 months down the road for you and your family, right? What does that look like? Because what he's saying is that we have to build this world within a world, because the perspective reality hasn't fully crumbled yet, right? It's still a process, and it's still going to take some time. So to be able to move forward on the ascension path and get out of the hands of the toxic family system and the codependent behavior in regards to friendships and alliances, there's this understanding of how to choose the family within first, how to choose the home within first. And he's saying, in making these choices from this place of being like a mob boss, like you kind of got to think about yourself as that, like a mafioso, like a mafia boss. There's a level of detachment that has to happen emotionally to get through it. There's a level of detachment. I don't know if I said attachment or detachment. There's a level of detachment that needs to happen so the flow can continue, and so you can build the family within the constructs of the physical reality, the program. As that crumbles, the family will get bigger and stronger. But right now, it's really about honing in on what that looks like for you, honing in on what choices you make in regards to this family, what choices you make in regards to what you accept, what you commit to, what you will receive, right? It's like being able to really look the devil in the face and say, I have more than you can offer me already. I don't need your ace, right? It's literally that serious. So, this he's saying this sets us up for fall and winter. By the way, guys, I just want to let you know, Al Capone came through Archangel Michael. So when he passed away, he went to a different place. He had to repent a lot. He had to understand what he really did after he passed away. And now he came from the quadrant that the archangels, that Michael specifically comes from. So anyway, just so you know, it's not he is a divine being at this time. He's saying hone in on your insecurities so you know where they are when they pop up. So you know what they need. So you know what they need when they pop up. Your insecurities. He's saying family, money, relationships. Family, money, relationships. Those are the things that the insecurities are popping up in and need to be acknowledged as such. For movement through. He's saying for movement through this timeline shift on this planet. The changing of the guard in regards to who runs the world, right? So this is very interesting because he taught me a lot about myself and my family just now over the past couple hours, and how important it is to really know how it feels, know what it looks like. He's saying some of you guys, or us collectively, need to understand how off he's doing this. He's going off. Like how off we need to go to really transcend out of this family thing into the family that we are choosing. The soul tribe we are choosing to bring in, the beings that we are choosing to align with via our highest good and via the highest good for the next, right now we're dealing with the next 6 months. So the next 6 months of your life, what in your community feeds that highest good and what in your community doesn't? And where is the insecurity in regards to either of those? Right? So this is like really digging out separating yourself from the emotional need to belong to. Yeah, he's saying abandonment issues and abandonment wounds are loopholes. He's saying loopholes. Abandonment issues and abandonment wounds are loopholes. They can get you, if you get stuck in one, you can align with a whole bunch of demonic shit without even knowing it because your insecurities aren't in check. Yeah. The truth of the matter is that the universe rules. The divine universe rules. Mankind doesn't rule. The divine universe rules. That's the truth of the matter per Alphonse Capone. All right? Yeah. So let's get into some cards and see what the fuck comes out of my mouth. Here we go. If you're watching this with me, take a deep breath in. Exhale. Awesome. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, Shekinah, the Most High God, Yahweh, Prime Source Creator, I ask to be a full, open, complete channel today for the Starlians and the Starlian tribe moving through this timeline shift. At this time, I call in the Ascended Masters, the Archangels, gods and goddesses of all realms throughout space-time dimension. Come through, please. Okay, Odin came through really fast. Oh, Poseidon's here. Zeus is here. I'm seeing some sort of galactic war with the Anunnaki. The Anunnaki is no more, I'm hearing. Ooh. Seed point of root identification. So for all of us, there's a release in the Anunnaki. So the Anunnaki were beings that came to this planet to help the, it was really, it's a mix of expanding consciousness, but also implanting consciousness. So they did both. And what I'm seeing is it's being kind of removed out of the root chakra from all of these eons and lifetimes that you've held on this planet. You may be seeing a lot of birds, like flying over you, a lot of birds maybe shitting on your car. You know, you may be having a lot of bird encounters right now. This is on purpose. There's a message in everything I'm hearing. Seeing a hell of a lot of pink right now, like Barbie pink. Seeing like Barbie pink. So I do feel like that there's a lot coming through from the feminine vibration, like the universal divine mother Shekinah energy. This strength that comes from this feminine energy is like a mafia wife. Knowing something needs to be done, holding it together while it gets done, understanding that you can move things out and in as needed. Out and in as needed. Your inner feminine is strong enough to do this. I'm seeing a bunch of feathers now. Like a feather pillow just opened and all these feathers are raining down. This is blessed. A lot of your guides are going to confirm this, I'm hearing. In regards to this inner feminine energy, being able to move it out and move it in simultaneously. This is but I'm hearing, but the emotions have to be checked first. The inner masculine has to check its emotions, its control. For the good of the family, I'm hearing. For the good of the family. And guys, the family doesn't have to have your last name. Like I said earlier, the family that we're referring to right now is your chosen family on the other side of this transition. Okay, so now I'm seeing like sea creatures. Like I'm seeing like sea turtles and like seahorses. I'm seeing like elephant seals and here's Poseidon. The marine realm has more to offer than we give it credit for. The marine realm holds the Mafia family template. The Mafia family template runs through fish in the sea, sharks, all sorts of stuff. It's the same mentality of the universal law of how to live, how to grow a community, how to have a world within a world. Interesting. Thank you, Poseidon. There's a bunch of gold coming through now too. So I do feel like during this time frame, a lot of you guys are going to be getting this feeling of I'm actually getting like cold rushes down my hands and my feet. So your extremities might be feeling really, really cold. This is like there's a purification coming through, and this gold energy is kind of filling the gaps of what's being removed from the divine. So it may be cold. It may feel kind of prickly on the inside of your skin and stuff like that. I'm hearing this will last until May 1st. May 1st, May 5th, May 6th. I don't know what that is, but there's something in regards to occurrences. May 5th, May 6th, May 5th, May 6th. So May 5th and May 6th may be important dates for you this year. Getting so much right now. Sorry. So one of the things Poseidon is saying right now is understand the timelines shift when you do. When you do. You have to shift out of something. We're going to see what the cards have to say, but you have to shift out of something in regards to your physical reality changing, right? This is, for some of you guys, it's an action step. I'm hearing for some of you guys, it's emotions. It's an emotional attachment, emotional connection, emotional shift. A different emotional awareness is what I just heard. Okay. Now get to it. Okay. Whew, thank you. At this time, I ask for a protective shield and bubble around myself and all Starlians watching for the highest good and for the highest good of the realm. As I set these wills in motion, so be it and so it is. All praise be to the Most High Yahweh. Amen, 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 amen. All right, 20 minutes in. Let's get it. Let's get to it. Oh, my eyes are all blurry now. That was pretty crazy. So, archangels, we have Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Sandalphon, Archangel Haniel, and Archangel Uriel. Okay. I'm looking for Gabriel, but he's not here. It's okay. But Michael's very loud with this. He's with Al Capone. So this is like, I know, I wish you guys could see what I could see. It's like they're like going in and out of a room. It's over here anyway. Anyway, trust the turns that are happening, the turns you're taking, the routes that are changing, the roads that are shifting and splitting. Trust them, because the path that you walk through this time frame it maneuvers around. It's like literally taking the side roads to a place instead of taking the highway. That's what the path is going to feel like right now. Your path towards whatever your goals and dreams are. So all of the energy you put in, release it from the outcome, right? Always release it from the outcome and just do what you're guided to do, from your heart space. But know that you're taking the side road. You're taking the side road. So it's not going to feel or look like anything else feels or looks. Everything else looked or felt because of the program. So for some of you guys, this alignment comes after acknowledging a certain level of program you have within you. For some of you guys, this happens after a awareness of misalignment. Michael's saying the awareness of misalignment within yourself and your reality. So the full clicking of the mind going, okay, yeah, I don't belong here anymore. Or okay, yeah, this isn't for me anymore. Or okay, yeah, I need to not think like this anymore. These are all aspects of you that are shifting and turning with this paradigm shift. And the aspects of you that are changing are aligning to the side road and not the highway. Okay, this is like being guided in the individual and in the independence of self and moving from that space, compared to being guided by somebody and you're a part of a group and the entire group does the same thing. This is different because it's the individual, right? Here we go. So we're using the Archangel Power Oracle. We're going to see what comes out. And we'll get some clarifications as per usual. Thank you guys for being here. Love you, mean it. What do we have for the Starlians for this week, for this weekend, the rest of this month? This feels like it to the end. I'm hearing to the end of April. So a lot of the messages that come through today will resonate between now and the end of April. Three of Gabriel. Prosperity arises from wise planning. Take time to take the next step. Optimistic plans that turn out as expected. And that's the Three of Gabriel. That resonates with the Three of Wands energy. And you see all these ships? This is like the new world. I'm hearing the new world. So your new world and building it is really contingent on your planning, what it looks like for you. So telling the divine what you want, pretty much telling the divine what you want and saying that, listen, hey, I know that you're going to deliver this for me because it is what I want in my own authentic divinity. And because of that, I know that things are going to work differently for me. I know that I cannot expect it to happen in a certain way at a certain time, etc. Okay? Because optimistic plans that turn out as expected. These are things that are going to be You're going to get what you want, but it's not going to turn out the way you can really see it. It has to be from this place of knowing what your family looks like, what your world looks like. The world within a world. Eight of Raphael, this is the Eight of Cups. There is something better waiting for you. Do what you know is right for you, a spiritual quest. This is what I'm feeling right now. This is like an awareness coming into the collective of what we have expected and what we are still waiting on changing, what we're still waiting on shifting for us magically, what we're still waiting on detaching from us and not taking the initiative and detaching from it, whatever that is. This Eight of Raphael, Ralphie, okay, so Ralphie's saying that Archangel Raphael is saying that there is no other way to build your new world than to leave the old one. There is no other way to do it. But you have to know, this is like knowing that your surroundings in this physical reality are real for the physical reality. I'll say that again. Your physical reality is real for itself. It's only real for you if you commit to yourself being in line with it. When you commit to yourself being in line with the Most High, that reality that says it's real has to now bow down to you, has to now lean in the direction where you want it to. This is literally like being under the ceiling and moving above the ceiling, and now you're telling the ceiling where to move. That's what the mafia did. That's what Al Capone did. Amen to that. Because this is I'm hearing Galactic Federation of Light. So I'm hearing like this is part of why the energies of the universe via like terrestrial beings, why all of these star seeds are here to bend this, to make it move, okay, to make it move. And we're all kind of, the human part of us wants to wait for something else to change first. Eight of Raphael. The human part of us wants something to be given to us, wants something to be greenlit by some sort of physical proof. And what Mr. Capone is saying and what Archangel Michael is saying is that the physical proof is up here. It's not here. So this Three of Gabriel is saying prosperity arises from the wise planning. Prosperity only happens when you choose that is what it looks like. And for a lot of us, in choosing that is what it looks like, we have to say, this is what it doesn't look like. And what it doesn't look like for you in your future is something you've experienced already. It's not going to be like it was before, I'm hearing. Take time in transitioning out of the place of need too. So for some of you guys, you may feel very, you may want to rebel against your own inner needs, your own feelings of dependency, feelings of comfortability. You may want to rebel and self-sabotage. I'm hearing self-sabotage. Some sort of opportunity or some sort of move you're making in your life. I'm being told and shown right now that in acknowledging that you are taking the step in the divine direction means that the things that had happened prior, the things that you did before, the way it went before isn't going to happen again. It straight up isn't, because you're in a different space. You're here instead of here. Before, here was like, it wouldn't work and you would just get caught up in some shit, right? I have to surrender the same shit to the same master, all of that shit. But moving up here, that's what we're doing when we do the quantum leap, the paradigm shift. That's what it is. We have to live here now. Now we have to make the reality, it's only, I'm hearing it again, it is only real to itself. It's only real to itself. And if you can understand within you what the program has convinced you was real within you, acknowledge that and release that. Eight of Raphael. Give me one more, please. Thank you kindly. Page of Ariel. I've been getting this a lot. This is the Page of Pentacles. Reliable, clever, educated, balanced. An excellent opportunity will be offered to you, scholarships or the pursuit of education, time to get to work. So this is the next step. Here it's like, take the next step. 3 Gabriel, take the next step. Here it's like, well, before you take that step, you have to acknowledge what steps you aren't taking and then take the divine step. And in that divine step, you have to become more educated. You have to let yourself be the student and learn and be wrong and learn why it is wrong, right? It's like relearning life and re-raising yourself. That's what we're doing here. We're re-raising ourselves. On the bottom of the deck is number 14. Look at that. That is temperance energy. Archangel Zedekiel. Success that comes from objective compromise, self-control, patience, forgiving, and healing energy. Okay, so I do feel like that this is the time where we have this compromise. This is not a negotiation with the devil. This is an understanding of what the devil is and saying, no, I don't want that. I'm going to choose this. This is not sitting here and going, you know, I don't know. This feels really like it could be perfect. Like whatever opportunity may be arising for you, it may feel, thank you. I said light series. It may feel very, very divine. It may feel very right on time. It may feel very comfortable. But those devil's aces are waiting for you to let your full guard down, to let yourself think this is something coming right now. So the devil wants you to think that it is aligning to what you want. In actuality, it's never going to align to what you want. It's going to give you an illusion of what you want and say, here you go. I know you want it and I want it for you. In actuality, it doesn't want it for you. It wants you to want it. That's how the devil works. It wants you to want it. So when you can see the devil clearly, when you can see the program clearly and all of the misconceptions of the program, 10 commandments were written incorrectly, by the way. Per God, I checked. I checked. It was a whole thing. It's part of the program. And it keeps people, anyway, it keeps people from doing the divine thing. Anyway, so this understanding of your devil's aces that are coming for you right now, they're not to be feared. They're to be understood. And in that understanding, you can choose to walk away from it. In that understanding, you can emotionally detach from what if it works. In that understanding, you can recommit to the divine path. But you have to have that understanding first. We're going to see what this has to say. The 3 of Gabriel. Let's see here. Clarify the 3 of Gabriel, please, with these wooden ships. Okay. The Empress. Abso-fucking-lutely. Your inner feminine energy. Your inner feminine creatrix. The part of you that says, I am building a world within a world, and yes, I will manipulate the shit out of the matrix to do it. Yes, I will look the devil straight in the face and say, I'm creating my own shit. You won't have anything for me. Yes, that's the way forward. That's how you manifest. With the most high God there is, divine prime source creator. And you say, because I am divine, because I am the empress of my new world, I'm manifesting everything that looks like. We have a lot of choices right now in regards to what our reality is going to look like in 6 months. September is not a joke, guys. I'm giving you the heads up. September is not a joke. It's been very, very loud. Now is the time when we set the stage for what occurs at that time, what our lives look like at that time. And we can, no holds barred. There's no limitations. It's not the matrix. But it takes this ability to know your divinity, know what world you are creating, what it looks like, and what that family is capable of together. And if you align with a bunch of fucking deities and a bunch of divine humans, divine people, you're able to break through what most won't be able to. You're able to create something in a stable new foundation that most people will not be able to. You're able to manifest a complete compromise with the devil. And I do mean compromise in regards to I am not choosing your thing. I see you though, and I understand why you would offer me this. but I know your tricks and I don't want them. I want no part in it. I'm walking away and I'm going on my own quest, and I am trusting that the divine has my back in delivering me what I have manifested. No, it probably will not look like, it won't be as expected, but I'm completely open to what it is, how it comes through. I'm open to it because I don't have control over that. That's what the divine is saying. That's what Michael is saying. That's what Al Capone is saying right now in regards to how we are moving forward and how we are manifesting going forward during this year, and how our optimistic viewpoint of how our plans are going to turn out needs to have no outcome. Faith, surrender, and trust in what you are dreaming, what you want, what you deserve in regards to your worth and your value system. Okay? And that is what creates your world within the world. Here we go. Tell me about this Eight of Raphael, please, for the most beautiful Starlians. The Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Exactly. Some of you guys have been waiting. You're no longer waiting. You're no longer holding the torch. You're no longer trying to carry somebody on your back. You're no longer caring too much about somebody's well-being when they don't give a shit about their well-being. You know what I mean? Like, this is really, Michael just said, and I'm saying this is a verbatim. He just said to me, sometimes you have to give up on somebody. Sometimes you have to give up on somebody. Somebody else's growth, somebody else's magic, somebody else's money system, somebody else's ideas, somebody else's. It's time to give up on the things that are not growing. The things that aren't producing any kind of value in the end for you. Right? The things that are just starting to take now, they're starting to die. Seven of Pentacles in reverse. They're the investment, I'm hearing the initial investment in whatever the Seven of Pentacles is in your life. I'm hearing work, like career, and like the family system, how the family works. I'm hearing sarcastic undertones, like this is like passive aggression, like this kind of like old earth family and community standard is not enough anymore for you. Now it's time to emotionally release yourself from it and walk away, right? Know that it died and it's got to go. Seven of Pentacles. Give me one more about the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, please. Highest good of the Starlians. Thank you. Seven of Wands. You got two sevens. So from the Seven of Pentacles reverse to the Seven of Wands upright, I'm really getting that this disconnection and full it's like a recommitment to your divine self, your God self, and what you deserve, and the truth of what this war on your value taught you. The truth of it, right? So this truth needs you to recommit. I need you to recommit into the strength that it took for you to make that choice in the first place. This recommit to the strength of self to be able to build your own world in the midst of everything trying to poke at you and say you're doing it wrong. To say that it's not going to work for you. That's I'm hearing that's poppycock. So I don't know. He was alive in the 20s. So I don't know if they said poppycock a lot, but anyway, so this is the time where you solidify your ability to move out and move in simultaneously. Moving out and moving in. You see how she's like completely internal. Moving out and moving in. And emotionally detaching from those that can't do the same. Can't carry anybody anymore. Tell me about the Page of Ariel, please. This is going to be it's 40 minutes, but it's good. It feels short. Tell me about the Page of Ariel, please, for the Starlians. Thank you. Nine of Wands. Yeah, this is going to be really hard for a lot of you guys. Some of you guys have so many boundaries. It's like you built boundaries within yourself. Michael's saying the cottages, like summer cottages. This is a place you go internally. So what I'm kind of seeing is some of you guys may have this escape thing that you do, right? This internal escape where you go to like, yeah, go to your happy place, but your happy place is like in the middle of in the middle of fucking bumblefuck nowhere, and not even an angel can fucking get to you because you've like built an entire fence around the place. You can't learn there. This is escapism. I'm hearing escapism. So for some of you guys, you're going to be faced with this escapism as you sink into this page of Ariel energy, this page of Pentacles energy. And now that you've decided what your new world looks like, and now that you've decided, you've honed in on the fact that you can emotionally detach yourself from people, places, and situations that aren't growing anymore, and really re-solidify the strength that it takes within to stand on your own. Now you're accessing the part of you that needs to move forward, but it doesn't. It's like the pattern of going to the safe space. That's what that shadow comfort is, right? That safe space is now in your face. So now it's not even, now that is starting to not feel safe because it's not real. It was never real. It was never real. It was all a means of self-protection. There you go. Give me one more, please, for this 9 of Wands energy. Thank you kindly. What is this? 2 of Cups in reverse. This 2 of Cups has been really loud for the last few readings. So I do feel like with this in reverse and with the 9 of Wands, this is like how your inner masculine and inner feminine talk, how they connect. So the one part of you goes, no, I can't do that. I've done that before. It didn't work. Right. And the other part of you goes, we can do anything we want to do. We just got to take control. And like both of those are kind of wrong. You know what I mean? So this is like and I wouldn't say wrong. I would say just it's a lower paradigm of how you are really and like authentically. So in this moment and the rest of this month, I'm really getting until the end of April, this balance between your inner masculine and inner feminine self. You're going to hit a bunch of walls because you're being forced forward with the Page of Ariel. You're being forced into this new template. You're being pushed into even understanding how to make choices for the new template, how to choose what that looks like for the betterment of your family and the betterment of your life, the betterment of your expanded self-awareness is what I just heard. So this is like self-mastery, right? Your expanded self-awareness, you being able to see every single pattern you have in regards to any kind of lack of self-love or lack of balance within, and move through that with the Page of Ariel energy, the Page of Pentacles energy of learning something new, taking a step in a different direction, taking the side road. So there's going to be a lot of side roads taken. There's going to be a lot of really on the bottom, we got the solutions card. That's the number 14, the Temperance energy. This is like finding the solution in the pattern and being able to truly break that pattern with acknowledging what in you is trying to keep you here, trying to keep you from leaving some sort of attachment. Okay, trying to keep your heart attached to a person that's not growing and coming. Right? And this isn't about having compassion for people. This isn't about loving everybody. This is about you attaching yourself to the well-being of others. This is about you allowing all patterns to be shown, really letting yourself see these patterns so you can hone in on where where the pattern originated from and what keeps feeding it. What are you choosing that won't let that pattern go? Right? What do you feel super safe in your shadow energy that is feeding the choice-making process in the pattern? That makes sense. But with the solutions energy, which we're going to clarify right now, I do feel like this is the time where this transforms. Look, he's got 2 cups. See, we got the 2 cups upside down, and he's doing the balancing of the 2 cups. So this is going to be a process of, I'm hearing a process of the heart, a balancing act in self-love, a balancing act in self-love, because some of you guys are going to start tapping into a level of self-love that the Matrix would call cold, that the Matrix would call heartless, the Matrix would call like mean or something. This is because the galactic heart that's being balanced right now, the one heart, right? The one galactic heart of the universe, your unified field of masculine and feminine together, moving in tandem, that heart is not warm and fuzzy. That heart is not attached to anything. That heart can take anything. So there may be some big lifts out of the chest, because I'm getting that right now. I'm also getting like pain in the lower back of my head, like by the brainstem. So some of you guys may be having those kinds of headaches, like in the back of the head, during this time too. It's the head and the heart balancing, and it's all happening for you, for your highest good, so you can be an alchemized creatrix with the divine. You can call in what you deserve and move out what you don't want, what is no longer applicable to your life for your highest good. Tell me about the solutions energy, please. Self-control and patience. I'm staring at right now. Look at this. I can't make it up. 8 of Cups, 8 of Cups. 8 of Raphael, 8 of Cups. It's the same thing. So in this now, it is super important to let yourself know that the solution to a lot of your problems right now is that you are emotionally attached to them. It's really that simple. It's seriously that simple. Your emotional attachments and you leaving your emotional attachments is the solution. The solution to everything that's been blocking you. The solution to anything that's stuck. It's all about your emotional mastery. You know? And with this 8 of Cups energy and the solutions card and all of these cups here, with the 2 of Cups and the 2 of Cups, it's like, and the 8 of Cups twice, like this is a big time to release any kind of emotional imbalance, any kind of disconnection you may have with yourself emotionally will really be known and shown to you. It will be shown to you so loud in your patterning because you won't be able to move. You won't be able to move forward. You really won't be able to move forward until this pattern is taken care of. You won't be able to move forward until you actually leave the pattern. You're able to emotionally disconnect and detach from what fed the pattern in the first place. So that's a long way of saying that this next like month is going to be real emotional. Give me another one, please. I love it though. 10 of Wands reversed. I love this. I love this. I love this. So this is the heavy card we know, right? So the 10 of Wands is heavy. It's a burden. Everything's heavy and it's slow. It's like drudging through the sand. This in reverse, I absolutely love this because this is how you let it all fall away. For some of you guys, this comes to fruition in August, I'm getting. So for some of you guys, you're starting this process now and the solution and the balance comes around August timeframe. For some of you guys, I'm getting that that over the past 8 months, you've been doing this. And now is the time where this Empress energy and this ability to manifest is coming up into your face, and you're just dealing with like some odds and ends in your life to be able to really embody what it means to be new fully, to be really hold that stance. Okay. This is a doozy because this, at the end of all of this, what's on the bottom? The 7 of Cups. At the end of this, there's a lot of choices. Okay, there's a lot of choices under that because they're telling me to go under that. It's a Page of Cups. Exactly. So we got some pages here. So this is brand new territory, guys. 7 of Cups, Page of Cups together. What's that? That's the 8 of Cups. So this new emotional place that you're going to find yourself in, this new heart that can take more than you've ever had before. It can understand. It's like your heart has a brain. Okay. And this brain is now turned on in a different way, right? There's an understanding your heart has with what is needing you to open and what wants you to open so it can take, right? This is the awareness of the two. And that's, I don't even know if that makes sense, but this is what's kind of coming out of my mouth tonight. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here. We're going to pull some love cards because I feel like that's where we need to go. We're going to pull some love cards, but I really do feel like in this manifestation process and the ability to understand what your family really means and what your internal family really means, the ability to really emotionally detach from the things that are not growing for you anymore. If it's stale, let it go. If it's heavy, let it go. If it's dense, let it go. Walk away. If the pattern is shown to you, believe it. If somebody says, hey, Like God, I truly believe, and this is just me, but I truly believe that God talks to us through everybody around us. And for some of you guys, you may have somebody, you may actually have a relationship here with the Two of Cups with somebody who is showing you your patterns and you don't want to hear it. And I'm telling you right now, if you are being guided from someone in your family system or somebody in your life that is, I'm not going to say like they're channeling God, but they're giving you information about yourself and you're not hearing it, you're not listening because of whose mouth is saying it, right? So this is the time when you really take the face off whatever they're fucking saying, whoever it is, doesn't matter. What are you hearing? This is Archangel Raphael now. He's saying, what are you hearing people say to you? What are you really hearing? And how does that really make you feel? Saying, asking for an angel. All right, love cards. Would we have some advice here for the Starlians? You are limitless. You can do anything you choose. Number 4. The new foundation is literally limitless, guys. The new foundation of your life on this planet going forward, moving into this creatrix energy, moving into this ability to build a world for yourself within the world that's falling. You can do it. But you have to know that you can. You know, you have to really believe that you can, that you are limitless, because you are. You are anything. You can do anything you choose. It just has to do with how committed you are to moving new. How committed you are to standing in new shoes. How committed you are to letting yourself be fucking wrong, learning the pattern of the ego, and letting yourself sync up to your divine self, your inner child, and saying, yeah, you know what? We're limitless and we can do things differently now. I'm not moving that way anymore. Now you're taking the side roads. No more highways. Okay? There's accidents all up and down that motherfucker. You're going to get stuck in traffic. Go the long way. The long way's the divine way. True story. What else do we have here? Appreciate this moment. This is about stillness and being, stillness and being. Every situation is an opportunity to grow and find love. Number 33. What did I say about mastery of the heart? Mastery of the emotional body. This is very important because in this ability to see how limitless we are, right? This ability to truly see in this moment right now that everything you have in the world you've built for yourself, you can appreciate, you can love, you can tend to. All of the things that are not being appreciated that you're doing, or all of the things that other people may not appreciate you doing, those are all the things that aren't growing anymore. Appreciate the fact that things aren't growing still, that some things have to go, that some parts of you are choosing something that is no longer alive. It's no longer applicable to your life. Not only that, but because it's so comfortable, you don't even appreciate it anymore. So what you can do is acknowledge the fact that you don't fucking appreciate it. Acknowledge the fact that you appreciate what having limits did for your life. It gave you a certain level of structure. So when you're limitless, you're going to feel like you don't have any fucking structure because you haven't built your own world in the world. Okay, so big homework assignment, build your world in the world. Here. Imaginate it. Okay? Imaginate your world. September, the next 6 months. They keep saying September, the next 6 months. Really, what does that look like? What does your life look like in September? And then you will have a brand new appreciation for what you have already. You have a brand new appreciation for what you have had to leave. You have a brand new appreciation of what risks you need to take moving forward, how you need to commit differently. You have a brand new appreciation for the amount of strength you hold within you to do all of the above. You know what I mean? So this is the time where we really appreciate everything. Really appreciate everything and know that we are limitless in creating our own world. The Audible. Spend quality time together. Listen and talk to each other. Number 46, breaking down to a 10. That's cyclical energy. So for some of you guys, this is a relationship with someone else where it's been very off kilter. It hasn't been, this is where I'm hearing like boyfriend husband kind of stuff. So, and these could be relationships that are no longer, you know, actually physically, you're not physically with these people anymore. But these are, I'm hearing etherical karmic balancing. And with this solutions energy, it's like the alchemization of these old relationships that you've had with people for, you know, your life. Like this could be, you know, a high school sweetheart kind of a situation. But what this is really saying with the spend time together is like, know that who you spent time with wasn't time lost. It wasn't a bad choice. It wasn't a negative, it wasn't meant to hurt you, or it wasn't meant to kill your heart. It wasn't meant to drain you. It was like, it was meant for you to learn. It was meant for you to spend time with someone who saw certain aspects of themselves in you, for good or for bad, right? It was meant for you to experience something that you needed. So your heart, sometime the divine will break your heart so it will crack open. And for some of you guys, you had to get your heart broken for this to happen. See what I'm saying? With this, spend your time together, spend quality time together. I'm getting like August to October. There's love coming in for a bunch of you. Also, by June, there's a budding relationship on the horizon for somebody here too. This energy is so strong. I feel like if you guys can really hone in on what you appreciate within yourself, your past self, and your future self, all the selves, when you can really hone in on what you appreciate, and you can really hone in on what limits are comfortable and what it would feel like to not have those limits, and then live there, and then move from that place. It's scary because it's brand new. You've never done it before. You've never committed in this way. You've never, you know, not done this thing in this way. So this is a big test on your ability to take a risk on your own life, your ability to take control over what you want to create, what your world is. Okay. And not aligning to the rules of how that's supposed to fucking look via the programmed reality, via what your parents did or how they lived, via what other people your age are fucking doing, right? So this is like no comparisons, build your own fucking world, know what patterns are cracking open and being shown to you, and believe them when you see them, and take care of them as needed, and recommit to your path. And in that recommitment, you're going to have to lose some things. You're going to have to walk differently. You're going to have to be emotionally detached. And for some of you guys, that means your heart's going to open in a painful way. And I feel you. And I know how hard it's going to be. But it's all for the betterment of your life. And it's all for the highest good of this new world. I love all of you guys so much. I hope you got a lot from this. This was a very interesting Friday night for me. If you need me, you know where to find me. And until next time, let your inner stardust shine. Talk to you guys soon.